So, 21st of May 2025, and I'm just on my way now. The Hawk Ridge Trail here at Halfway Lake Park. That's my goal. So 15, 16, 17K, whatever it's going to be exactly, because I'm walking right from the campsite here. And it's clouded over, but they say it's not supposed to rain. So, of course, they always tell the truth, and we'll have to see what happens. See you down the trail. One of the campsites here has these two erratics right beside the picnic tables. Unbelievable. They're truck-sized boulders. So we can see we're right here. So we're going to walk a little bit of the Moose Ridge Trail and the Echo Pond Trail to get to the beginning of the Hawk Ridge Trail, which goes all the way around and comes out on the beach. Now, interestingly enough, there's campsites about here. This is Raven Lake, which I paddled last night, and it continues up into Echo Pond. So there you go. Some maps had the whole thing called Raven Lake. Now that's the way the park sees it, which is kind of the way I narrated it, so that works. So that's what we're going to try and do today. Is we're going to go up the side here, pick up this Hawk Ridge, and keep on going. We'll see you later on. So I passed just the first junction, which isn't very far in. Trail condition is quite good so far. There's a lot of roots on the trail, but you expect that. But certainly no issue trying to manage or route finding or whatever so far. We'll see how it goes when we get to the more remote part of the trail. Not much of a view here, but this is the small bay off of Echo Bay where I paddled last evening, and then we head up into the woods after that. This is a small bay off of Echo Pond where I paddled through here last night. This is a better view. So 3 and something because my GPS doesn't, because I'm going back and forth taking video, but I would imagine about 3.5 into this. And first little overlook, although there's a lot of trees in the way. Pretty nice, and they've maintained this. There's been people in. There's a few little branches on the trail, but really it's not all obstructed like you might think it would be after a big long winter. So I'm very impressed. Good for the park. So the last 2 or 3K, but most of it, has been this wonderful surface of dirt and duff, and it's cushiony. There's a few rocks here and there, but the vast majority of it, it's just a beautiful surface to hike on. So this is my lunch stop. It's about 7 kilometers on the trail, so it's a nice middle point. So a few things. So first, the hike, I'm carrying about 30 pounds, and if you watch my video from about 4 years ago when I was carrying about 55 to 60, how miserable I was, this has really been pleasure. I don't have any real problems at all. It's been great. Now, I don't know what I've climbed today, but the person who designed this trail is really pretty reasonable. They still get you up on hills like this one, but there's a little bit of common sense to get you there. There's switchbacks. The trail goes around things instead of going straight up. You get some of these folks that are sadists that design these things. There's no need for that. It's just how people get hurt. So I think this has really been, I'm really impressed. The trail bed, I guess this trail's been around for, you know, best part of 40 years, 35 anyway. So the trail bed's pretty well worn, and that helps a lot. And it's really, but even then, it's still a very nice soft trail. So there's a bit of rock here and there, but you know, really, it's you don't feel pounded at all. And I like comparing it to, say, Algonquin, where you're stepping on stones all the time. I don't know, it's just different, but this just feels easier somehow, without maybe really being easier. I don't know how to say it. Just the footing and stuff is just nice, and the signage and the blazing. I like the idea of the kilometer markers every K. I understand the purists who would sooner not look at any of that stuff, and I hear that, but it is kind of nice without having to dig out the map and assess your progress if that matters to you. I'm just sitting in my chair. This is the second time or first time, I can't remember now, that I've actually used it in the woods, because I bought it at the end of last year, and gosh, this sure beats leaning on a tree, I can tell you that right now. So I don't know if you can see. There's the, oh, I'll maybe do it from this side. There you can see. And it weighs about, I don't know, £1.5 pounds or something. Wonderful. Wonderful invention. Now, I've also put the raw anti-skid, velcroed it onto the table, and that really works. The table before is so smooth, which is nice for cleaning, but gosh, if you're not at dead level, everything goes flying, and it's really frustrating. So this is seems to work pretty well, so I'm pretty happy with that too. So been getting some video around and enjoying this day beautifully here, so thank you for coming along with me. This is the second lake of the three. This is what happens to a lake when a beaver dam breaks. All those white rocks were underwater before the dam broke. So it changes everything. So I'm about maybe 3.5K from being done, and this trail is just amazing. The second half of it, I would say, from when my lunch, has a lot. It's quite a bit. I think it's more rugged than the first half was. The hills are steeper and more frequent, a little less of the easy walking. But what a wonderful slice of Canadian wilderness, and this trail is in pretty good shape. It's well marked. There's no guessing of where you're going, or at least not for me anyway. And I've had a great day. I'm tired by the time it's done, I guess, with all the up and down and the 30 pounds, but my pleasure. So let's see how this finishes up.
Hello, and thank you for watching this video. It is a pleasure to share my adventures with all of you. To help achieve my goal of at least 1,000 subscribers, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe to Hiking with Henri and click on the like button for this video. It is completely free and would be of great help to me. Thank you very much.
So through the trees is Halfway Lake. That's the objective. So we just got to go a bit over here to the right and down to the ground and to the left. So I don't know, maybe a kilometer, maybe less, but it's time. So I made it back. I'm on the bridge at the end of the trail here. Just got to walk back to the campground. So what do I think? I think it's an amazing trail. It's a tough trail. It's tougher than I thought it was when I started. My knees are pretty sore from all the up and down. I'm looking forward to checking the numbers later, and I'll give that to you on the video as well, what I carried and how this fits in with maybe some other trails you might know. Anyhow, it was a pretty nice day, and I'm looking forward to a break now. Thanks for coming along.
Hawk Ridge trail hike was a total of 17.7 kilometers from my campsite and return. This took a total of 6 hours and 54 minutes, including my breaks. This trail resulted in a total climb of 580 meters, and the temperature started at 8 degrees Celsius and got to about 14 near the end of my hike. From my campsite marked number 1 on the map, I hiked about 1.4 kilometers through an adjacent campground to the mutual trailhead marked at 2. I had lunch at number 3, and the trip finished on the shore of Halfway Lake at number 4 with only a 400-meter hike remaining to get back to my campsite. The distance and elevation change of this trail is comparable to hiking in on the Western Uplands Trail in Algonquin Park to a Maggie Lake campsite.